Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to my channel Computer Tuition Academy. Students, we are in unit 1, that is networks and communication. In the last lesson we discussed few things, that is the definition of network. Further we discussed some of the basic components of a network: sending device, receiving device, communication devices or transmission medium, and then we talked about the protocol. So here we can see in this diagram it contains all of these basic components which are listed here, like if we see the sending devices. So here in this diagram, mobile phone, laptops, these client computers as well as the server, they are actually the sending devices. If you see the receiving devices, so along with the desktop computers, laptops, mobile phones, server, the printers which are connected in this network, they are the receiving devices. Communication devices are also there, like switch, wireless router and modem. These are the communication devices which are connected in this network. Transmission medium, so here in this diagram two types of transmission medium is shown. The lines actually represents the wired medium, while the signals are represented by these wave like lines, dotted lines, which shows wireless signals or wireless medium. And protocols are the set of rules which must be followed by all the connected devices in the network so that they can communicate with each other without any difficulty or without any problem. So we discussed these things in the previous lesson. In the coming lesson, we will discuss the client-server network, and further we will see the classification of networks on the basis of the geographical area that it covers and on the basis of architecture as well as on the basis of the physical arrangement of nodes in the network.
Now, in today's lecture, we will see that how computer networks can be classified. Networks are commonly classified on the basis of architecture, second on the basis of the geographical area that it covers, and on the basis of the physical arrangement of nodes inside a network. These are the three basic ways through which the networks can be classified. Either on the basis of the architecture of the network it can be classified, on the basis of the geographical area that it covers the networks are classified, and on the basis of the physical arrangement of nodes or computers or devices inside a network, it classifies a network. So if we see that on the basis of architecture, the network is commonly divided into two types. That is, first type is client server network, while the other is peer-to-peer network. In your book they have discussed only the client server network, but here I will give you a short explanation of the other network also, that is peer-to-peer network. So on the basis of architecture, the network is divided into two types, that is client server network and peer-to-peer network. In client server network, we will always have a central server which will provide services to the other computers or to the other clients. And in other words, you can say that all the clients will request the server for services, and the server will entertain those requests and will respond to the client's requests. And on the other hand, in a peer-to-peer network, all the computers acts as a server as well as a client, because all the computers, they lie on the same hierarchy. They can communicate with each other directly without having any central device. So that's why they are called peer to peer. Every client can send or receive data from any other computer or any other device connected in the network. So that's why they are called peer to peer network. Just like, for example, if we are having a Bluetooth network with our friends mobiles Bluetooth, so that will be a peer to peer network, because we can send and receive the data from both the sides. So that kind of network is called peer to peer network. In the coming slides we will discuss the client server network in more detail. Okay, now if we see the classification of a network on the basis of the geographical area that it covers, so the main types of networks in that case is LAN, main and WAN. LAN stands for local area network, main stands for metropolitan area network, while WAN stands for wide area network. These are the three main categories which classifies a network on the basis of its geographical area. Here in this diagram you can see that these small cells and the network inside these small areas, they are classified as LAN, or a network in a single building is called LAN. It can be a school, it can be an office, or any building or a small area in which the computers are connected with each other. Such networks are called LAN. When different lanes which are situated at different places in a city, when they are connected with each other, so as a whole, that is called main metropolitan area network. So it is related to the area that a network covers. And when different metropolitan area networks, means different mains are combined together, or sometimes when a main is connected to the other main in the other city or in the other area of the world, and they are connected with each other, so as a whole they will be called WAN, that is wide area network. The best example of WAN is internet, and the best example of LAN is the network in our school or college or university, while the best example of main is the network between the different branches of a bank, or between the different military units throughout the country. That is the example of main, that is metropolitan area network. So this is this classification is purely related to the geographical area that a network covers, that is LAN, main and WAN. LAN covers the smallest area, main is comparatively covers a larger area as compared to the LAN, but smaller area as compared to the WAN, and the largest area is covered by WAN, that is wide area network. And the third way of classification of computer networks is topology. Topology is actually the arrangement of nodes in a network. Nodes means the computers or the devices which are connected in a network, and different topologies are there, and the most commonly used topologies are bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology. In your book, of course, these terms are not discussed, but this is just for your information that the networks are classified in these three ways. First is architecture, second is geographical area, and third one is the topology, which is the arrangement of nodes. In bus topology, all the computers are connected with a single wire, which is called bus. In ring topology, the computers are connected to a central device, this central device may be a hub, it may be a switch, it may be a router. So it looks like a star, that each and every device in the network, it is connected to the central device. So if this node wants to communicate with this, it will communicate through this central device. It cannot directly communicate with the other device. In star topology, this was the star topology. In ring topology, all the nodes are connected with each other, but in the form of a ring. Means that each node will be connected to the to two other nodes which is behind that node or in front of that node, and the last node will be connected to the first node, which looks like a ring. This topology is very rarely used. And mesh topology, in mesh topology, each and every node is directly connected to each and every other node. Here you can see that this node is directly connected to this one node, this one is directly connected to this, and also to this, and also to this node. So each and every node is directly connected to each and every other node. We will discuss all these things in more detail later on, but for now you just have to understand the difference between client server network and peer-to-peer network, because this is included in your book. All these other informations are just for your knowledge, and you don't have to worry about. I will not include any of these things in your paper. Now, client and server. This is the material which is included in your book. A computer network is referred to as client server if there is at least one centralized and powerful computer called server, to which many computers called clients are connected and serves the clients. See, this is the diagram. Here you can see that it's a server, and in between they have shown the internet, and these are the clients. Web is the best example of client server environment. Whatever we are searching on the internet, actually we are requesting the intended server to respond to our requests. When we access a website, this is actually we are requesting to a server on which that website or the data is stored, and the server responds to our requests, and we access the resources on that server. In this network, server acts as a host, and other computers, that is clients, accesses server. Server provides services. It may be some resources or files, whereas clients rely on server for these services. If the server is not responding, then we cannot avail that service as a client. It means that these services are centralized. If the server goes down, we will not be able to avail the services of the server, because the server will not respond, hence it cannot provide us with those resources or those files. If server is turned off, its services will not be available on the network. A server is typically more powerful computer than clients, of course. At the same time, the server has to respond to thousands of users. For example, if we take the example of Google, the servers of Google, so they have to respond to millions and trillions of people at the same time. So they must be very powerful as compared to the ordinary clients. It has high processing speed, more memory, and larger disk drives. Some of the advantages and disadvantages of client server network. Advantages are that all files are stored in a central location, so you can search them easily or you can retrieve them easily. There is a uniform or there is a single address to the resources, in other words. Network peripherals are controlled centrally, so it also enhances the control of the resources or control of the network devices if you have a server installed in your network. Backups and network security is controlled centrally. Yes, you have to secure only a single computer, that is your server, and all of your resources, all of your information will be secured. Users can access shared data which is centrally controlled. So all the users are able to access the data with the permission of the server. Disadvantages: a specialist network operating system is needed. Of course, if the network is a sophisticated one and the network has got that much advantages and advancements, so it requires some specialities. So a network operating system is required. It will not be possible with a normal operating system. For this purpose we must have a network operating system. The server is expensive to purchase because a server is more powerful computer as compared to the client computer. They have the largest storage and high speed and more memory, so that's why. And the processing power is also very processing power is also too much as compared to the client computers. So servers are expensive as compared to the client computers. Specialist staff such as network manager is needed. This is also a kind of disadvantage for client server network, that a layman cannot operate this kind of network. It requires a specialist, that is called network manager, who is capable to manage the network and to control the operations of the network. If any part of the network fails, a lot of disruption can occur. Of course, all of your resources and files and things are centralized, so if the server goes down, the whole network may goes down. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of the client server environment.
Okay, student, that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments, and I will try my best to answer all of your questions in the comments or in the upcoming lesson. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for updates. Thanks a lot. Take care.